Hi, Kathy. Do you want to come back today?
Oh, yes, I want to come back today, Jill. Yeah.
Okay, how are you?
I'm a little bit anxious today. I'm a little bit jittery.
Is there a reason for that?
I need a refill for my medication. Like, I really need that medication.
Which medication is it?
Oh, my Xanax. My Xanax, that helps me calm down. Yeah. So I need a refill on that. I really do.
Okay, so this medication, the Xanax, it's up to once a day and to only take it as needed when you really feel like um, the other techniques that you're using are not working effectively. So how often do you take it?
3 times, sometimes 4 times. I mean, I'm on the edge sometimes. Like, I get very, um, just can't deal with it. I get very anxious. I get very jittery. My heart rate starts going up. I start sweating. So when I take it, it does help me relax
Okay.
and I'm able to function better. Like I take it before I go to work. Around 12 noon, I take it. And then like about 4 o'clock, I take it and I take it before I go to bed.
Okay. So if you're not taking it as prescribed, then we'll probably can't continue to give you the prescription. So we'll probably have to taper you down and look towards alternative medications.
What do you mean taper me down? I'm telling you that you can't taper me down because this is the medication that I use. If I don't have it, I can't function.
Hmm.
I,
So,
you
but
know,
this is a short-term medication. This is to be only used on an as-needed temporary basis for short-term. This is not a safe medication to take long-term.
I'm very sorry, G. I don't think you understand. You do not understand that I need this medication. It helps me. It
Hmm.
has been helping me. So if I don't take it, I can't go to work. I can't take care of my kids. I cannot really function. You know what
So
you understand what I mean?
I completely understand.
So you can't take it from me. You can't. You cannot take it
Well,
from me. You really cannot take it from me because I really need it. I need this
so what
medication.
so what I need you to understand is this medication is not safe or healthy for you to take a lot, um, several times a day or for a long period of time. So the fact that you're taking more than prescribed is telling me that your emotions and your anxiety is not under control. So
So
we'll need to give you something that's probably more of a daily medication to keep things under control, so you're not feeling like you need these medications several times a day.
please, whatever you have to give me as long as it helps me calm my nerves. This medication helps me out. I don't feel sleepy. I don't feel groggy about it. Um, I know it has like all this warning and all these things about it. You're probably right about the side effect that it's not meant for long term. I see
Hmm.
what you're saying, but if you're in my position where if I don't take it, like my hands start sweating, I start getting sweaty, and it's like my body knows when I'm supposed to take it.
How else could I help you deal with those feelings? If we were to take the medication out of the equation, if that was never even an option and you never had it, how could I help you deal with those feelings in a different way?
Hmm. I don't know, another kind of medication.
Okay. How would you like things to be different in your daily life? Is there something that you wish was different or that you don't like the way something is?
Well, I wish I could be more relaxed, be able to handle my finance better,
Mm-hmm.
be able to sleep better,
Mm-hmm.
make healthier choices with my diet.
Okay.
If I could do those things, then I might not feel as anxious as I do feel right now. Because what I feel right now is all these things that I have to do, and I
Yeah.
don't have time to do it, and it just makes me so overwhelmed, so stressed.
Mm-hmm. You seem kind of stuck in a fast-paced daily routine. So to tell me, pick out the positive things about your daily life or your life in general. What's positive about it? What do you like that you would want to keep?
Hmm. My kids, my family,
Mm-hmm.
um, my job. That's very important for me. I used to call out of work a lot when I wasn't taking the Xanax, but now that I'm taking the Xanax, I'm able to go to work because I don't feel jittery. I am able to function. I'm productive. I'm able to complete the tasks that my boss gives to me. So those were the positive things that I did while taking this medication.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I could. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I really don't want to stop the medication. I know I'm
Okay.
going back and forth, struggling with this, but I don't want to stop this medication because it helps me. I'm afraid that if I stop it, things might go back to the way they were. Um,
Which is what?
I'm switching jobs just because I usually quit before they fire me because I go to work, I call out sick,
Mm-hmm.
I I'm tired, I don't want to go there, I have no energy.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I go there, I get so anxious, I leave like I have run stuff, I have like diarrhea, loose stools. Um, like I can't get things done. But yeah, so I usually quit before they get to me. So I've been changing jobs a lot. And yeah.
Okay. So I completely understand where you're coming from. You're feeling that this medication's working for you. You're getting your things that you need to have done. Um, but you don't want me to take it away, that this will lead back into old habits, um, in with things not being as productive as they are now. However, what a lot of people aren't thinking about is they think in the now, and this medication is helping you now. But down the road in the future, you'll be facing other problems. This medication, you'll have to keep increasing the dose because you'll get immune to it. And the longer you're on it and the higher the dose, the more that your body needs it. And then it'll be harder to get off. You could have withdrawal symptoms. Um, and then there's a whole other, as you age, these medications are not appropriate for older adults. They have more side effects. So it's kind of like, I guess you could compare it to an inhaler where you have a daily maintenance inhaler and then you have a rescue inhaler that you take only as needed. That's how this medication works. So what if I told you that there are medications out there that you don't have to take multiple times a day, you just take them daily, and they're supposed to help you the same way that this medication does.
Okay, I'm willing to try that. I'm willing to
Okay.
try the
And there it
recommendation.
comes, it's safe to take long term, there's less side effects. um, it doesn't come with the dependence and the tolerance that these medications can give. So I
Okay,
think that that's an option for you. um, and then, hopefully we can keep you being productive, and learn to have you more balanced to cope so that you're not on edge and just popping a pill every time you need it.
okay. I'm
Does
willing
that
to
sound
try.
like a plan? We can go further into, how we can get some support from your family and some of the things you mentioned, like eating a healthier diet,
Okay, yeah.
and maybe change your schedule around a little bit so it's not as hectic, so we can work on those things.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm
what
willing.
we'll do first is we will taper you off this medication appropriately because you can go into withdrawal symptoms. Taking it away abruptly is not healthy either. That's the problem with these meds, is that they build, they do, they kind of trick people psychologically to think I need them, I need them, I need them. and they build a tolerance and a dependence. And then if we take it away, you could go into a seizure, you could have withdrawal symptoms. So we don't want that. So I will give you the medication with the understanding that you will take it as prescribed, but it's going to be less frequent in a lower dose. And then we'll meet back up and we'll see how you feel and that you've been taking it correctly. And then we'll continue to prescribe an even lower dose, less frequent, and we'll continue on until you're safely off this medication. But if I prescribe this to you and you abuse it or do not take it as prescribed, I can no longer give you this medication.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a deal. That's a deal.
Okay. All right. So why don't we plan to meet back up in a couple of weeks? And I'll have you call me in the interim if there's any concerns or questions. So you are to take this medication up to once a day. So I will have you take half a tablet up to once a day.
Okay.
Okay. If you need it.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Thank you very much. I think that's it. That's going to help me better. Thank you.
Okay. All right. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Joe. Bye. Good therapy. You want to flip it over?
Yep.
Oh, hi, Kathy. I see you schedule a visit to see me. Really wasn't on the schedule. You had called the office and the girl said that you really needed to see me, that it was important regarding your medications.
Mm-hmm.
So, so what's going on about your medications?
So I ran out of that medication early and I need it because I'm completely out of it.
Okay, you're completely out of it. So
Mm-hmm.
that is 1 week earlier than,
Yep.
supposed to be running out of it.
Yep. It's been a rough month. So I've been just taking it more than I usually do because I need it and it makes me feel better. And now I'm out of it and I don't know what to do because I need it.
So originally I prescribed this medication, Xanax 1 milligram, 2 times a day as needed for anxiety. And how often have you been taking it?
There have been days where I don't take it at all, but lately I've been taking it multiple times a day. I don't think the dose is high enough. I don't think it was enough.
Okay. I mean, you've been on this medication for the past 3 months. And is it just recently that you feel as if, it hasn't been enough?
Yeah, over this last month.
So what has changed that has provoked you to take it more than I prescribe? What actually transpired?
There's really nothing that changed. The feeling inside me is just anxious, and it's like a magic pill. It just makes it go away. So every time I get anxious, I take it.
So when you say, give me a scenario, like on a typical day, when do you take it, and what brings on the anxiety?
If I have things going on at work, I'll take it before a big crazy meeting or a presentation. If I know I'm going home and the kids have to do all these things and I'm getting home late, I just don't even want to deal with it and hear the kids complaining. I just take one before I go home. That way I'm nice to everybody and I don't explode. I don't freak out at my husband.
So currently you're inappropriately using this medication as opposed to how it was ordered. And because of the side effects of these medications, it's not meant to be used as you are currently using it. So
But I need it.
when you say you need it, what do you mean by that?
I need this medication. I need more of it.
Okay. But well, right now I'm not going to be able to give you more of these medications. What I'm recommending is that I see you're very upset and um, But what I'm recommending is that we can try other strategies on how to manage your anxiety when it comes to going home to the kids, when it comes to work presentation and big meetings or important tasks that are in front of you that you have to handle.
But this already works. I don't want to try other strategies.
I see your ambivalence about, not letting go of this medication and the importance of this medication for you. On a scale of 0 to 10, um, how would you rate, if you do not take this medication, how would you rate your anxiety?
A 10?
A 10. Why is it a 10 and not a 9? Why is it a 10 and not a 9?
Because I just feel anxious.
Okay. Besides the anxiety that you're having, has anything changed in your family dynamic or at your job description wise, the problems going on at home? What has escalated these symptoms that you're needing more of this medication?
Because I just take it and I feel like it works and I just get extra stressed out. I'm not sure why. And I just, no one's ever given me a medication like this and it just works so well. So I just take more of it.
You take more of it for that. Okay. So give me the three best reasons why, give me three reasons that this stopping this medication will impact your life. So if you were not to take this medication, can you list three things that you think might potentially happen to you if you stop taking them?
I probably will screw up at work because I can't function without it. I'll probably lose it on my husband and my kids and get into fights with my husband and not be able to deal with my kids like I should.
Well, these are all dysfunctional approaches that you are planning to use to manage anxiety if you're not taking this medication. Well, what I'm seeing here is that um, even though I cannot abruptly stop this medication, I would taper the dose down. So instead of the 2 times a day that I was giving you, the 1 milligram, I'll cut it down to 0 0.5 milligrams, okay? And I'll have you take that 1 time a day, 1 to 2 times a day, PRN, and come to see me back within the week so we can reassess. In the meantime, if you do feel as you need the medication, I want you to stop what you're doing, go out for a walk, talk to somebody, call a friend. Just try to distract away from the negative thoughts that are coming your way or the anxiety feelings, okay? Breathe. You think that's something that you can do?
No, I don't understand why you're taking this medication away from me or lowering the dose.
Because the goal here is that you're taking these medications, um, you're getting addicted to this medication, so you're taking them more than I'm prescribing, so that validates the addictive tendency that you have as far as these medications are concerned. And these medications are meant to be used for short-term basis. They were only meant to use for a short period of time to manage an episode that you were having. But you haven't found a better strategy to manage your anxiety. So that is the reason why I would taper down the dose, but again, give you some anchor strategies on how to manage your anxiety so you can successfully wean off these medications.
So what if I get it from another doctor?
Well, these are controlled substances. You really cannot, unfortunately, just get it from another doctor just because your name is in the system. So if you were to go now to your PCP and ask them for Xanax, they would refer you back to see your counselor as far as taking that medication. So that's one of the roadblocks that you would encounter. And besides, that is not a good behavior. Um, the best way that I think is for you, if I may, try other strategies to wean off and use this medication less frequently. I'll increase your visit here at the clinic, and so we can see how you can better handle that.
What if I tried the other strategies and they don't work? Would you give me the medication back?
Well, I will not necessarily restart the medications. I can really see that you are, insistent on taking this medication. You have relied on this medication to manage these symptoms, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But this is not the appropriate approach to manage your anxiety. As your therapist, um, I would encourage you to use other stress relieving strategies, going back to having your meeting with your friends, your once a week dinner to de-escalate, to talk about the things that bother you. I'll encourage you to go back to journaling. You were doing journaling so well a couple of weeks ago. And are you still doing that?
No.
Maybe we can revisit that.
Okay.
So if you start feeling anxious, instead of going straight to take the medications, you can write down the reasons why you're anxious. You can write them down and how you can get out of that situation. Let's say, for example, if you're anxious about going home and meeting the kids, what is actually what is actually going on at home, um, that is making you feel as if the kids are too much for you to handle. That is overwhelming. You know, maybe you need to revisit that. Maybe you need to look at your family dynamics. Maybe getting the kids more structure, getting more help from your husband, more presence might help you look at your family in more positive light.
Okay.
You think that these are some, you'll be able to accumulate these tips into your daily life?
I can try.
Okay, when you say you can try, are you confirming that you're gonna do them? You're gonna at least practice?
I'll attempt it. I just was really happy with that medication because it was working.
I understand that, I understand, where you're coming from. But again, these action plans will help you move forward, help you manage your symptoms better long term. Okay, because the side effect of these medications, as you continue using them long term, will be detrimental to your health, and also your family will come to a point that even if I were to give you this medication to take every 2 hours, it will not help, because the more you use, the more you will need them.
Okay.
Okay. So I will increase your number of visits here to the clinic. You have accepted to make some changes, and as far as using other strategies to manage your anxiety, and that is really good. I applaud you for that. It is going to take time, but again, instead of calling out from work, instead of not going to these meetings, um, you can excuse yourself. You can go into the meetings, and if you feel anxious, you can ask to be excused, and you can go to the bathroom, drink some water, count to 10, breathe through the process, and then go back into your meetings. Um, okay?
Okay.
And this is not a shame. What you have, this anxiety and depressive feeling, is really not a shame. If it's something that, if you are or willing to, you can discuss this with your immediate supervisor, so that way he or she can understand exactly what is going on with you medically. These are medical conditions, and so that way they can be more receptive and accommodative to you as far as your job is concerned as well.
Okay.
Does that sound like a plan?
Yes.
So just to reiterate, I will give you, reduce the dose to zero point 0.5 milligrams. I'll keep it at every 2 times a day as needed, only when you're anxious and you're not able to manage the symptoms, when your anxiety level is on a 10 on a scale, on an 9 on a scale, on an 8 on a scale. But if your anxiety level is less than a 5, maintaining this journaling, getting up and going for a walk, trying other relaxation activities, talking to somebody who is actually going to listen will help you get over that hump. You see that you forget about it. And when I see you next week, the plan is that I'm going to reduce the medication to 0.5 milligrams one time a day. So I'll only give you a week's supply, okay? 0.5 milligrams one time a day. So that's the plan for next week.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kathy, for coming. I do believe with my experience in this field that if you practice and put in an effort, and you will eventually win off this medication successfully.
Okay. I'll try it.
All right. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming, and I'll get your script ready for you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.